All right, shalom, shalom. We're the real Hebrew Israelites coming day in and day out to prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great, which is America. First off and foremost, all praises, honor, glory be unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Makar Kadash. Double honors to the other apostles of great millstone, salutations to the elect, wherever you may be. Hopping straight into this, as you guys should know, last week, China, Russia, and Iran has done combined military exercises, which you don't practice if you don't plan on doing those moves. You know, if you're doing jiu-jitsu and you're practicing certain moves, you plan on using them sooner or later. All right? Russia, China, and Iran is not trading strategical war plans and tactics for no fucking reason. Now, let's fast forward a week and a half later. You had that attack that happened on, they had killed a U.S. Embassy member. America's responded with some counter strikes in Iraq. A couple of people died, right? So the response to that was Iraqis protesting and running up into the U.S. Embassy. Okay, so Trump responded by killing one of Iran's four generals? I may be mixing one of the two. But in general, all right, that was one of the responses. So, in a nutshell, the Middle East is in fucking turmoil right now. Shit is really heating up to a point where it's going to have to boil over. All right? It's at the point where there's no backing out. All right? It's like I'm doing the in transit, so hey, through the Spirit, I'll be, quoting scriptures, so on and so forth. All right? And with all this madness going on, what does it make you think about? Ezekiel, the 38th chapter, man. All right? Gog and Magog, all right? Being a shield to who? Those smaller countries, man. All right? And guess what? This thing is really gearing up to be what? Ww3. Armageddon. The gathering of all the troops over there, man. All right? Because guess what? Now the whole world is in it. And we've been telling you guys, all trade wars lead until real war. All right? All trade wars lead till real war. All right? We've been saying that for the longest. All right? Because look what happened after the Great Depression. All right? When World War II came around, guess what? America went from like 25th from 25 on the economics scale of all the countries in the world to fucking number 1. War is big business, man. First and foremost, war is great business, man. All right? So with all these world's economies really going down the drain, everybody really wants to drop the American dollar. America has no option, no choice but to go to war. But it's not really the Americans. It's the higher elites behind the fucking curtain pulling all the strings. Rothschilds, Rockefellers, which these guys fund both sides of the war. Simply put. All right? They've been getting down like that. They always will, always have been. All right? So they find, hey, and that's the perfect sign of a devil. Somebody that's fork-tongued and play both sides, man. Really just to get their agenda done. And they already had this with Albert Pike. Albert Pike gave the whole plan, the whole setup of what's getting ready to happen, man. All right? The World War III. All right? The new crusade with the so-called Islamic and Jewish state affair. Because what have been happening as of late? What has been happening as of late? So-called anti-Semitic attacks. All right? And it really don't matter who's done it. All right? That's the narrative they want to push. All right? Whether it's whether they say so-called black Hebrew Israelites are doing it, whether they say it's the fucking Ishmaelites or Arabs that's doing it, whatever, man. The whole point is this Jewish state really wants to go to war because guess what? It's big money for them. All right, and ultimately, like I said, the guys that's sitting behind the curtains, ultimately, all right, they want to destroy a lot of people so they can get what they actually want done, which is this new world order, the Georgia Guidestones, to cut off most of the population of the earth and have so many slaves. All right, this is their agenda. All right, they done sucked all the blood out of America. They done raped this whore for who she was. All right, now it's time to destroy her and get rich. And the same way Esau gets rich off our birth certificate, our social security number, and our death certificate. Same thing for America, man. This is a fucking corporation. All right, it's nothing but a business. And what happens when a business is not doing good? What do? You burn it down for the insurance money. All right, that's essentially what you do. Okay. And not only that, now let's get to the prophecy. All right, Jeremiah 51, Isaiah 34, Isaiah 13. All right, you have Ezekiel 38. Okay. Jeremiah 50. You have all these prominent scriptures about destruction of this place. All right, Isaiah 47, Revelations 18, Revelation 17. All right, Revelations 14. You know, you brothers and whoever's listening, hey, read those chapters on your time, man. All right, because it gets specific about a certain place and what this certain place is doing and what this certain place outcome will be, which is destruction, death, via nukes and chariots, World War III, all right? This is the judgment of this place that's coming. And you know what? With all this World War III talks going on, a lot of you jakes, a lot of you niggas are on the internet making funny memes, funny jokes about it. And Yahweh Shai called it right, man. It's going to be like the days of Noah. You niggas still partying. You niggas still getting married, doing what the fuck you want. All right? Not having a care in the world. All right? Living at ease. Living in pleasure. And really don't understand when World War III happens, that's the end. That's the end all be all. And guess what? Even regularly looking at this shit, I ain't talking about from a biblical point of view. All right, because this is the Lord's about to tear this shit up on a mythological scale. All right, but nonetheless, even looking at this thing by itself, if I was a regular nigga in the world, I know nukes do damage. If we go to World War III, it's just like the saying: if World War III is fought, then World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones, man. Because ain't gonna be shit left, man. And that's on a regular way of thinking about it. So how much more when Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai guide these nukes to do what they do, plus chariot fire, plus volcanoes and earthquakes and magma and lava coming up from under the earth. This place is going to be fucked up. But guess what? Jake thinks it's a joke. Jake really thinks this is a joke out here, man. I mean, they killed one of the 4 top generals. Like I said, I don't know if it was Iranian or Iraqi. One of those. Nonetheless, it was a big war move, man. And that's why I'm glad this man Trump is in office, man. All right? Give a fuck about no impeachment. All right? That man gonna do what the fuck he gonna do because the elites, now the hell with the elites, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is gonna do his will, man. Ain't nobody about to resist the will of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, man. Okay, whether it's the elites, whether it's Trump, whether it's demons and right-handed angels, man, they all follow the will of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, man. And the will of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is that this place is going to be destroyed, man. Simply put. Okay? There's no getting around it. There's no sugarcoating it. Guess what? It's 2020. You know what 2020 is? Perfect vision. These visions are speaking, man. All right? These visions are speaking. All right? And everybody thinks it's a joke. And it's fucking funny. We've been telling you this, you people this. And you guys been scoffing this for years and years. You guys scoff at the nukes. You scoff at the RFID chip. You scoff at the fact that we say World War III and America's going to be destroyed. You scoff at that. So by default, obviously you niggas are hoping that America thrive and last forever, regardless of all the atrocities and brutalities and murders it has committed against you Israelites. So guess what? You know what I say to that? Let the blind lead the blind. Hey, both of y'all can fucking die, man. All right? If you don't believe, hey, it's Romans 3:3 all day. So what? You think the will of God is going to have no effect? God forbid. The Lord is about to smoke this place called Babylon the Great, man. And the Lord is getting ready to smoke a lot of you niggas with it, man. Yahweh Ratazah, He have mercy upon us, man. I really pray and hope we the elect, man. Straight up. This shit is, hey man, if you can't see that this shit is over with, if this gospel is here, it's here to you niggas that's lost. This is fucking regular. This is common sense. But like they say, common sense ain't that common. With that, I'm saying all praises, honor, glory be unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Karkadash, double honors to the elder apostles of the millstone, salutations to the elect, wherever we may be. Bob.